Der Gegner von mir gerade online hatte so einen Cut, dass Blut so auf die Brust gespritzt ist. Ohne Witz, der hatte auf der Brust sogar auch Blut. So vom
I'm
Auge
Todd
da
Grisham, and what a stunning venue. We are live at the CompuBox Academy. And watching this live with me is Johnny Nelson.
You tried to give me the slip, didn't you, my friend? There was no way I was gonna miss this.
It's time for our tale of the tape. And
ändern.
And here is the juggernaut, Joe Joyce, one of the hardest hit. Alexander Usyk, the former undisputed crew.
This bout is scheduled for 12 rounds of boxing. Fighting out of the red corner from London, England, and standing at 6 feet 6 inches, here is a British, Commonwealth, International, and European heavyweight champion, the juggernaut, Joe Joyce. Fighting out of the blue corner.
Not too many seats to be had in this arena as the hype continues to build for this showdown.
Todd, you know when you've got two fighters there that really believe they're going to win, really want to get it on? This is when it gets stupid.
Good luck.
Kontakt.
wie das aussieht, ne?
These athletes have promised us a war. Let's see if they deliver. They score again with the left hand.
Ja. Ich finde gerade das nicht, wo steht der denn? Nummer.
He didn't take that jab well at all. The crowd here cannot wait. They've been buzzing all day long, and finally, we're about to get it on.
It's so hot, so heat. There's a roof on here, you don't understand it. When you're working, when the noise is there, the pressure's on, you're thirsty, you're sweating, and you're getting under. You're on the wrong side of a beating. This can be very tiring.
Wird das denn aus für CSGO gemacht? Ich weiß nicht, was das aber CSGO drin ist.
Exchanges from both men in this round. Caught him with that power punch.
Muss ich jetzt nur auf eingeben, ist komisch. Ich mach das dann.
Misses with that jab.
Plus 49, da muss ich nicht machen, ne? Nur 1 steht.
This fighter told us yesterday, if he doesn't win by knockout, he doesn't consider it a real victory. That's the mentality he has.
Sluggers just want to mow you down. They want to walk straight through as though you do not exist. You've got to be fit for this one.
This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Who's winning this fight right now? I have no idea. This fighter's going to get quit first. And he misses with that jab. He misses with that jab. Oh, and he caught him there with a right hook. This counter fighter relies a lot on their instincts and reaction time. You've got to get in there quick to punch your opponent before he gets his fist back to block.
To beat a counter-puncher, you've got to take them out of their pace. Do not wait for them, because if you wait, they'll pepper and pop you all night long. Rush them.
Some nice exchanges from both men in this round. He wanted action, and they are delivering. for the weary. And he just missed with that left jab. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. I don't know which fighter is winning this bout.
So important. The referee's going to do...
Which one of these athletes is going to be the first to get rocked? They call it the glory division. There's nothing quite like a heavyweight fight. It doesn't take much to win it.
Because they're so big, because they can push, because they've got the weight behind them. They may not be connecting, but trust me, when they connect, that's when this fight sets on fire. Because someone's going to get hurt, and someone's going to react.
And he fails to score with that left hook. There's a right hand. Talk about punches and bunches. That's the mantra for this fighter with that exceptional hand speed.
Having so much speed, what happens to your opponent is you get cut to ribbons, and that's where the referee has to jump in and stop the fight. And you know this is going to happen, so you rush your work. You think, I've got to get him inside close round.
Nice exchanges from both men in this round. How did he absorb that hook? Good left hand. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. This fight could not be any closer, could it, Joe? He's going to be the first one to get rocked. How do they use this fighter's aggression against them?
I've seen some aggressive fighters like this, and they are a nightmare. If you are not fit, that is the worst place to be, having second thoughts in the ring.
There's a big difference between being the aggressor and the effective aggressor. Which type are we seeing so far? Both want a highlight reel knockout. Some nice exchanges from both men in this round. Talk about punches and bunches. That's the mantra for this fighter with that exceptional hand speed.
When you have a fighter that's got great footwork and that great hand speed, it's so hard. It's an uphill battle.
Got out of the way that right hook. Huge opportunity. Can he cash in? This guy certainly has a huge chin. How did they survive that? Very close round with 10 seconds to go. These two fighters promised us great action. Here's the bell to start round 5. Why weren't they more cautious? heart being shown here, but he needs more than that to survive the round. And now they're right back into the fray. What a punch. Both men step back for just a moment. One of the best attributes to have in boxing has nothing to do with boxing. It's how well you can take a punch to the face.
The problem with having a chin that everybody knows if they hit you, you're hurt, you're gone. You've got to protect that, but you've also got to get your shots off. And they forget, you can bang too.
Nice exchanges from both men in this round. You'd like to see more jabs. Neither fighter willing to sit down on these punches. They're arm punches. They're scoring, but they're not going to hurt anybody. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. That seemed to be like a feel-out. Here we go in the 6th round. He parries that right jab away. Power is obviously the great equalizer in boxing, but when you know your opponent is relying on that so heavily, how do you deal with it?
Todd, we know one of these fighters can knock you out with a simple jab. They're that powerful.
Through the hook, didn't land. Just as quickly as the action slows down, it heats back up. Some nice exchanges from both men in this range. You've got someone with the hand speed that this fighter possesses. How do you deal with it?
Let me explain to you about a fast fighter that's got hand speed and footwork. They're relaxed. They're confident. They know they just have to push first, boom! In a split second, they've let 4 shots go. Their footwork has got them out of the way. And these guys are so relaxed. And that's why they can maintain this all the way through a fight.
Throwing the hook. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. This fight is closer than 2 pages.
Könnt ihr nicht hören?
Who will be buzzed first?
Hallo?
You don't want to trade shots. They call it the chin. How strong is your chin? Do you have a glass chin? These are things that can affect the fight.
This is when you get in the ring feeling like you're King Kong because you know you've got a chin that is not going to get dented.
That hook doesn't score. These men showing exceptional chins, by the way. exchanges from both men in this round. Energy and endurance are not an issue for this fighter who continues to be aggressive as the rounds wear on.
How do you deal with an aggressive fighter? What you do is you fight fire with fire. You either give it them back because that's where they're comfortable, or you play calm, play cool.
Oh, and he caught him there with a right hook. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. This one could go either way. Every round is so important.
It's too hard to split.
Each one of these athletes is going to be the first to get rocked. Neither fighter willing to slow down. He just misses with that jab. Endurance is becoming a factor. You can see this fighter having a hard time getting out of the way of the punches, and they're not throwing as many on their own.
Midway through the fight, if you are tired, this can be the loneliest place in the world. If you cheated, now we're going to find out.
Nice exchanges from both men in this round. And this with that jab.
Nice, Sergi, kannst du mich hören?
Ja.
Ich kann den Text nicht hören, der ist voll
Caution
leise,
is
das
being
ist nicht
thrown to the
laut.
wind. Swing and a miss with that jab.
Warte, ich gucke das gerade runter.
When you're a power puncher, you're not as concerned with how many punches you throw. It's about how many you land and how hard they are.
Sometimes when you get in there with someone that's so...
Very close round with 10 seconds to go. This fight could not be any closer, could it, Johnny? Which fighter's going to get clipped first? Swing and a miss with the jab. Swing and a miss with the right hook. Power is obviously the great equalizer in boxing, but when you know your opponent is relying on that so heavily, how do you deal with it?
This could be really intimidating, Todd. If you know somebody's got the punch power, someone's got the speed, someone can take you out with a simple jab, it can be intimidating. Just depends on how confident you are as a fighter.
Nice exchanges from both men in this round. The right hook is scoring. Exchange here from both men. Good one. Huge opportunity. He's down and the referee has started the count. What a shot that put him down. So final 10 seconds of the round, and he is looking really sharp. funny, but I'm getting a little bit sleepy.
You're gonna see what's in front.
It's round 10. They call it the chin. How strong is your chin? Do you have a glass chin? These are things that can affect the fight.
Work the body, frustrate them, take the mind off the chin, take the mind off protecting everything around that. Work the body, use tactics sometimes to actually outbox a fight and beat them on points.
Tucked into the chest so he can avoid the pain of those body shots. But come on, that leaves more opportunities for headshots. Oh, and there he caught him with a stiff jab. Exchanges from both men in this round. Energy and endurance are not an issue for this fighter who continues to be aggressive as the rounds wear on.
Sometimes when you have a fight, the best way to beat a fight is not give them what they want. Because they want to get you there, they want you to stand there toe-to-toe with them and have a tell. That's what they do in the gym every single day of the week. What you've got to do is you've got to frustrate them as they set their shots. Get out of the way. And they'll get so angry, so frustrated because they can't work.
Energy and endurance are not in... You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one.
Bei mir steht 10. Runde, 30 Sekunden. Aktuelle.
I don't know which fighter is winning this battle. Which fighter is going to get caught first?
So, Holy man. Bitte geht los. Nein.
And they are delivering. Power is obviously the great equalizer in boxing, but when you know your opponent is relying on that so heavily, how do you deal with it?
It's the one who draws first blood, Tom. That's what you've got to look at. If you're there and you know you're in there with a banger, you've got to be on it, but you've got to be confident.
Power puncher, you're not as concerned with how many punches you throw. It's about how many you land and how hard they are. Oh my, the Ukrainian has been rattled. And apparently no rest for the weary. Thought about taking a breath, but instead, they're in there throwing bombs again. Takes that jab. One lands. So far, it seems like aggression has been the key. This fighter just not slowing down.
I've seen some aggressive fighters. They can...
A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. Much to write home about in that round. And there's the bell to start round 12. Oh, and he caught him with a stiff jab. Swing and a miss with that jab. right jab. When we talk about a fighter having power, don't just look at the head punches they throw. Look at the body shots. That could be he caught him big time. Some nice exchanges from both men in this round. The referee with a bird's eye view on this one. Blocks the jab. Punctuated with that left hook. You hear that old phrase, second win. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Caught him big time. And that's it, a unanimous decision win.
What a whitewash. You know, that's skills, that's class, that's levels. One is up there, one is down there, but you know what? The loser is going to have to learn a big, big, hard lesson. I totally agree.
Was für ein Lack. Kann man mich hören?
Hey, warum ist so viel Zögerung? Warum? Ihr habt euch gefreut? Ach so.